Hello, welcome to TTV News. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of December 3rd, in Bến Cầu District, the working groups of the Central Vietnam Associations for the Promotions of Learning, led by Professor Dr. Nguyễn Thị Doan, former member of the Party Central Committee, former Vice President, President of the Vietnam Associations for the Promotions of Learning, visited and worked and awarded scholarships to students in the province. Working with the delegation, there were Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Dương Văn Thắng.
At the Reverend former Vice President Nguyễn Thị Doan and the Central Vietnam Association for the Promotion of Learning awarded two scholarships for study promotion worth 200 million Vietnam dong to students of Tây province, of which 100 million Vietnam dong was donated by the Central Vietnam Association for Promotion of Learning, and the remaining 100 million Vietnam dong was donated by Cover Vietnam Pen Group. Sharing at the meeting, Ms. Nguyễn Thị Doan acknowledged TayNinh's achievements in socio-economic development, along with promotion of learning and talent. In recent years, TayNinh province has always paid attention to the cost of education and training and the work of promoting learning and talent, and identified this as an important task.
Ladies and gentlemen, implementing the resolution number 35 of the Politburo on strengthening the protection of the party's ideological foundation, fighting against the wrong and hostile views in the new situation in 2023, the work of protecting the party ideological foundation, the party has always been led and directed synchronously and drastically by the Provincial Party Standing Committee and has achieved many important results. In 2023, the work of protecting the party's ideological foundation according to Resolution number 35 of the Politburo and the Project number 5 of Provincial Party Committee Standing Committee continues to be directed, inspected, and supervised. Organize a specific seminar improving the effectiveness of protecting the party's ideological foundation, contributing to building an increasingly pure and strong Provincial Party Committee. Mobilize cores and party members to participate in the essay writing contest to defend the party's ideological foundation, maintain the public opinion surveys, direct the network of social opinion collaborators on Zalo and Facebook groups to promote the propaganda and fight against bad and toxic information, and fight against bias and hostile information on the internet and social networks to achieve the positive results. Propaganda and protest forces on the internet and social networks of the entire province have posted and shared hundreds of thousands of news articles and video clips, removing and deleting news articles, video clips, and live stream of domestic and also foreign Facebook accounts that spread malicious information, distort and sabotage the party and the state. Distort the political, economic, and the social situation also. Association of the country and the province contributing to ensuring the information security, cultural, and ideological security. And ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of December the 5th, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái, Permanent Deputy Secretary, Provincial Party Committee, head of the National Assembly delegation of the Ninh Province, attended and awarded a 75-year party patch to party members Nguyễn Văn B at his home in Lộc Vĩnh neighborhood, Lộc Hưng Ward, Trang Bàng Thảo. The party member Nguyễn Văn B, birth name with the Nguyễn Văn Oai, born in 1912, hometown in Lộc Hưng Ward, Trang Bàng Thảo. He joined the revolution in 1947 and held many important positions, and some positions such as Secretary Trang Bàng District Party Committee, now is Trang Bàng City Party Committee, and Secretary of the Bến Cầu District Party Committee. And among them, the position before his retirement was a member of Provincial Party Standing Committee, head of the Mass Mobilization Commission of the Provincial Party Committee. And currently, party member Nguyễn Văn B lives and doing some activities in Lộc Vĩnh Quarter Party House, Lộc Hưng Ward Party Committee of Trang Bàng Thảo. On behalf of the Provincial Party Standing Committee, the Standing Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee respectfully acknowledged the contributions of the party member Nguyễn Văn B to the revolutionary course of the party in general and the Ninh Province in particular. And also on the morning of December the 5th, Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng attended the ceremony and awarded the 40-year party patch to party members Phạm Văn Phỉ, former chairman of the People's Council of Gò Dầu District. He was born in 1962, hometown of Hiệp Thạnh Commune, district of Gò Dầu, and party member Vương Văn Thoại, born in 1955, hometown of Hiệp Thạnh Commune and in Gò Dầu district also. Speaking at the ceremony, Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng congratulated the party members who received the party badge this time and hoped that the party members would continue to contribute their intelligence and efforts to the common development of the country and the province and also the locality.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2023, Tây Ninh province has actually deployed aside capital to implement the National Target Program for Socio-Economic Development of ethnic minority and mountainous area. Up to now, the disbursement rate of these capital sources is estimated at nearly 58%.
Specifically, the state budget capital plan for 2023 is over 18.4 billion Vietnam dong. Estimated disbursement by the end of 2023 is nearly 10.7 billion Vietnam dong, reaching nearly 58% of the plan. According to the Provincial Business Committee, the implementation of the program has created a driving force for economic development, contributing to ensuring social security and improving the life of ethnic minorities. In general, projects are accelerated by units to ensure compliance with the plan. In particular, projects using investment capital from units and localities ensure good disbursement rates.
And according to the direction of the Provincial People's Committee, the Department of Natural Resources and Environment promotes coordination with the sectors and localities in inspection and supervision of household and individual solid waste management in the local area, implementing classification of household solid waste no later than December 31st of 2024. Specifically, the Department of Natural Resources and Environment needs to proactively coordinate with the sectors and localities to develop a pilot model for classifying household solid waste at source, choosing an appropriate and effective model to replication. Select a facility to collect and transport household solid waste according to the provisions of the law of environmental protection and relevant guiding documents. At the same time, arrange collection points and transfer stations for the household solid waste to meet environmental protection requirements. Select a facility to collect and transport household solid waste according to the regulation also. Strengthen inspection and supervision of domestic solid waste collection and transportation facilities in the management area. Absolutely do not pollute the environment in the surrounding area and throughout the collection and transportation rules. Handle violation in cases of collecting, transporting, burying and dumping and burning solid waste not in accordance with the technical procedures and also regulations of law on environmental protection. Lead and coordinate with the relevant departments, agencies and branches to develop plans and promote socialization and environmental protection in the field of collection, classification, transportation and treatment of the household solid waste. And ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of December the 5th, Mr. Võ Đức Trong, standing vice chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, chaired a meeting to comment on the organization of activities to celebrate the 2024 Lunar New Year, presented by the Department of Labor, Work Balance and Social Affairs. Accordingly, to ensure conditions for the people to enjoy spring and welcome the third Eve, the Provincial People's Committee plans to organize many activities to celebrate the party and celebrate the spring with many activities such as urban beautification, decoration and street lighting, organizes the spring flower market, cultural and artistic activities serving for the people and visiting policy families, taking care of poor household, disadvantaged household also. And the Provincial People's Committee also plans to organize the festive activities, meeting and visit to martyrs' cemeteries such as spring meeting with the neighboring provinces border of the Kingdom of Cambodia, meeting tenant students, meeting with the key commune level officials, meeting with former provincial leaders and art programs and fireworks also displayed for the New Year's Eve. Opening ceremony of Padang Mountain Spring Festival in the Year of the Dragon of 2024. At the meeting, departments and localities had many comments on the plan to organize the activities to celebrate the Lunar New Year of the Dragon in 2024. And also on the morning of December the 5th, the Vietnam Aquatic Sports Association coordinated with the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of the Ninh Province to open a Level 2 swimming training class. The Level 2 swimming training coaching class will take place from December the 5th to December the 9th and taught by instructor Mitch Horse from the World Aquatic Sport Federation, with the lesson plans alternating between the theory and practicing. During the class, the students will be trained in swimming styles, errors and error correction, and also regulations in swimming style, practical training and analysis of the freestyle swimming, backstroke, butterfly swimming, and also breaststroke. And after finishing the class, the students will take a test and receive the Level 2 swimming training and coaching certificates from the Vietnam Aquatic Sports Association. And ladies and gentlemen, at the year-end meeting of the People's Council of the Ninh Province opening on December the 2nd of 2023, the People's Committee of the Ninh Province reported and presented many important contents related to implementing the tasks of the socio-economic development and the social security. Proposal for land recovery for socio-economic development in 2024, proposal for local budget allocation plan along with the reports on the policy to support collective and cooperative economies for the period of 2023 to 2025, unify the urban development program of the Ninh City and urban classification scheme of the Ninh City as a Grade 2 urban area. Proposal for promulgation of resolution supporting domestic water prices, resolution on investment in production development to serve the restructuring of the agricultural sector for the period of 2024 to 2030 in the field of public investment. The Provincial People's Committee will submit a proposal to promulgate a resolution approving the policy of Trường Hoa Gia Road and proposal for approval of investment policy for Hoa Thanh Urban Wastewater Collection and Treatment System Phase 1. And also proposal for promulgation of resolution approving the policy of investing in embankments to prevent the landslides in Cang Đăng Stream also. The content presented at the People's Council meeting considered and agreed upon by the Provincial People's Committee at the regular meetings in November. We estimated about 13 over 20 targets met and initiated. Among them, there are targets in the first 6 months of the year that seem difficult to achieve and are not achieved, such as state budget revenue, sales rate efforts in difficult conditions, until domestic investment has decreased due to the capacity and recovery of domestic enterprises. It will take time, but foreign investment in the province still ranks 15 in the country, and Tân Ninh is still a destination for foreign investors. The content presented by the People's Committee of the Ninh Province and the 10 sections of the People's Council of the Ninh Province term of 2021 to 2026 are important in creating the basis for highly effective implementation, the tasks of socio-economic development and urban development, and also ensuring the social security. That is why the leaders of the Provincial People's Committee has directed departments, branches, and the People's Committee of District, Town, and Ninh City to make more efforts to implement the contents and in non-fields. The previous target and poverty reduction program, when meeting with the district, promised to fully disperse funds and needs to be focused more. Regarding the state budget revenue, the district with the state revenues continue to collect more, mobilize the budget revenue resources according to the regulation also. And the expectation of the Ninh people are that plans and policies will be issued, and the grassroots level promotes the role that position of grassroots officials in implementing the party's guidelines and policies and the state laws to promote the local economic development.
Ladies and gentlemen, during the past 10 days, from November 20 to the end of November 30, the mobile police departments, traffic police departments, state police coordinated with Tân Châu District Police to strengthen patrols and controls to ensure security, order, and traffic safety. Thanks to that, up to now, the situation of security, order, and traffic safety in the district has many positive chances.
According to the Vietnam Aviation Administration, the situation of excess supply capacity is evident in the last 3 months of the year, when the total market supply load has increased by 15.2% compared to 2019, but the total market passenger load is only forecast to increase by 7.5%. This negatively impacts airlines' prices and revenue. Currently, airfare, especially for routes during dates, are doubling or tripling compared to last year. The sky-high increase in ticket price has startled many people and forced them to consider changing their means of transportation. I also have to calculate the high ticket price. The ticket price is very important. A ticket increase to 70,000 to 100,000, then traveling in Europe is very large, so I have to consider going by road or train. A representative of a travel company in Hanoi said that a ticket price accounts for 40 to 60% of the tour cost, forcing the company to diversify its routes to such many customers or cut down on some unnecessary services to ensure that tour prices are not raised too high. In particular, this unit also accepts to spend billions of Vietnam dong to reserve thousands of early flight seats to get cheaper price, to give customers a reasonable trip. According to the Vietnam Association of Air Transport Enterprises, airlines themselves are still having to struggle to overcome difficult times. Currently, ticket prices are still lower than the risk-price selling price. While a series of input factors such as fuel, exchange rates have unfavorable developments, leaving room to lower airfare on domestic routes in the short term. During the 2 years of the pandemic, including very long periods, the airline's business activities were closed, with no source of revenue but still having to incur costs to maintain the apparatus, depreciation costs, and aircraft leasing costs. Airlines have almost exhausted their finance. According to some economic experts, airlines should consider appropriate prices to stimulate people to travel because visiting relatives and returning home to celebrate that is a necessary need. In the context of a difficult economy, if ticket price is too high, people will limit travel, change to other means of transport such as trains, cars, or travel abroad. If not, you will lose at home.
And ladies and gentlemen, in Vietnam, African swine fever appeared in early February of 2019, and by July of 2019, the first outbreak appeared in the province and it spread throughout the province, causing serious consequences. And since February of 2022, there has been no new outbreak. But the Provincial Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department warns that the disease could break out at any time, and therefore proactively preventing African swine fever with vaccines is extremely necessary. Statistics from the TayNinhTV Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Medicine shows that currently the total herd of pigs in the province is about 282,000, of which more than 238,000 are priced in the concentrated farms, accounting for 84% of the population of the pigs. And from the beginning of 2023 until now, the health situation of the pig herd has been stable with no dangerous infectious diseases. In 2019, an outbreak of African swine fever caused huge damage to the livestock industry, and by September of 2021, the disease reappeared and spread rapidly throughout the province with a total of 4,700 pigs dead and destroyed. The pandemic has reoccurred, and because the African swine fever virus has high resistance, pathogens exist and circulate in the environment and pandemic outbreaks. Currently, the prevention of African swine fever mainly focuses on applying biosecurity in livestock production. From the beginning of the year, the Department of Livestock and Veterinary Medicine has implemented advocacy work and organized training for livestock households and farms, applying biosecurity measures in livestock farming to improve the resistance and eliminate the persistence of the African swine fever virus outside environment. And currently, some provinces neighboring TayNinhTV have appeared the African swine fever, and therefore in the process of implementing animal quarantine, especially for animals imported from neighboring provinces. The Animal Husbandry and Animal Husbandry Force will check provincial immigration documents very closely. Besides, we also strengthen slaughter control activities, closely checking the origin of pigs before being slaughtered. It is recommended that the farmers disinfect with chemicals to eliminate pathogen transmission, organize 2 rounds of disinfection at the livestock household also, and leave poultry markets in the rural areas. The slaughterhouses and public places with a total amount of disinfectants used by 6,000 liters. Vietnam has just developed and licensed a vaccine to prevent the African swine fever. In response to reports that some livestock households are still skeptical about the effectiveness of these vaccines, the professional industry affirms its effectiveness, basically ensuring the effectiveness in disease prevention.
That's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.